Ever been through a breakup where you're just stuck? Not even on the person, but on one single question. Why? Today, we're going to break down the psychology of closure and get into exactly why your brain just can't seem to let it go.
It's the big question, isn't it? That desperate, nagging need for an answer can feel 100 times worse than the actual split. You convince yourself that one last conversation is all you need to finally move on. But here's the thing, that feeling, it's not just you being overly emotional. It's a powerful, hardwired psychological response. Let's get into it.
All right, first up, you have to understand a core feature of your own mind, what we're calling the unfinished story brain. The bottom line is, your brain absolutely despises unfinished business.
And there's actually a name for this. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. It's a proven psychological principle that our minds literally fixate on incomplete tasks. They're like a song stuck in your head, just looping over and over, demanding your attention until you can finally resolve them. So here's the connection. Your brain sees that unexplained breakup as the mother of all open loops. It's a story with the last chapter ripped out, a puzzle with a huge piece missing right in the middle. And your mind will work relentlessly, obsessively to try and solve it, which keeps you completely trapped in the past.
And this is exactly what that looks like in real life, right? Replaying every single memory, trying to find a clue, sifting through old text messages like a detective, searching for some hidden meaning, and of course, scrolling through their social media. These aren't just bad habits. This is your brain frantically trying to find an ending so it can finally close that painful loop.
Okay, let's peel back another layer here. It's not just about finishing some mental task, it's about a much deeper, much more human need to find meaning in our experiences, especially when they hurt.
You see, your brain is a meaning-making machine. It has to make sense of the world. But when you give it a vacuum, a total lack of information, it doesn't just sit there and wait. Nope, it starts inventing stories to fill that empty space. And almost every single time, it writes a worst-case scenario. Without any other reason, your brain defaults to the simplest but also the most painful explanation it can find: self-blame. It tells you, well, the problem must have been me. And then comes the comparison game. The mind immediately jumps to a story of replacement, where your value suddenly feels diminished because you've been swapped out for someone supposedly superior. And this one is maybe the most devastating story of all. The idea that the whole relationship, every laugh, every moment you shared, was a lie. That narrative doesn't just hurt, it tries to erase your past. And here's the really wild part about all this, the core psychological truth. Your brain would literally rather have a concrete, painful reason than be stuck in limbo. Why? Because to your brain, uncertainty feels like a threat. A hard truth hurts, for sure, but at least it's an endpoint. Uncertainty, well, it's a threat with no end in sight.
So all of this desperation leads us straight to the one thing we think will fix everything: chasing that one last talk. But we need to get honest about what we're really looking for.
Here's the big twist. You tell yourself you just need answers, the facts, but what you are actually craving is relief. You're looking for an escape from the agonizing pain of uncertainty. You're searching for an emotional painkiller, hoping their words will be the magic pill that makes it all stop hurting.
And this chart just lays out the cold, hard truth. You go in hoping for clear answers, but you usually get vague, confusing statements that just create more questions. You hope for emotional relief, but all you really get is a fresh dose of pain. You're searching for peace, but you almost always walk away feeling more confused than ever. That closure talk almost never delivers.
Now, let's talk about a uniquely modern problem that throws a massive wrench in all of this: the cruel role social media plays in keeping you from getting any closure at all. Think about it. It used to be that when things ended, you got distance. Physical distance created emotional distance. It gave you space to heal. But now, their entire life, or at least the highlight reel of it, is right there in your pocket, 24/7. It's a constant stream of triggers that keep picking at the scab, never letting the wound heal. For a brain that's already desperate to finish the story, social media is like pouring gasoline on a bonfire. You become a digital detective. A song lyric they post isn't just a lyric, it's a secret message. A like from some new person isn't just a like, it's proof they've moved on. You start building an entire agonizing narrative from these tiny digital breadcrumbs, keeping yourself stuck.
And this is the brutal conclusion your brain inevitably jumps to. You see one smiling photo, one happy moment, and your mind takes it as definitive proof that you meant nothing and have been completely forgotten. It's a vicious and usually totally inaccurate self-inflicted wound.
So, if you can't get closure from them, and social media is actively working against you, where does that leave you? This brings us to the most important part of this whole thing: how you take back control.
This, right here, is the fundamental shift in thinking that you have to make. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to move on. Real, lasting closure isn't some gift they hand you. It's an internal decision that you make for yourself.
So what does that actually look like? It means accepting you might never get the neat and tidy explanation you want. It means deciding that your own peace of mind is way more important than their reasons. It is the conscious choice to call off the investigation and start living your life again. That isn't giving up, that's growing up.
So let's just recap the powerful forces that have been keeping you stuck. Number 1, your brain's own wiring, that Zeigarnik effect, making it obsess over the unfinished story. 2, your deep need for meaning, which invents painful stories when there's silence. 3, social media, acting as a constant trigger, reopening the wound day after day. And 4, confusing the hunt for answers with the actual process of healing.
And this is what it all comes down to. This is the ultimate takeaway. An explanation might satisfy your curiosity for 5 minutes, but peace is what lets you build a future. You have to prioritize your own well-being over your need to know. Make peace, not answers, your goal.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. After everything we've talked about, where does the real power lie? Is it in chasing down one more conversation that will probably leave you feeling worse? Or is it in finding the strength to close the book yourself and start writing a brand new chapter?